Morning, fellas. Let's see, it's a little after 8, about 86, and this is definitely going to be a John Kerry day today. Alright, today is going to be loose end day. I'm going to tie up a whole bunch of loose ends. Not particularly in this order. I want to grind down all these welds in here. I want to get this bracket welded, spot welded in here and welded down there. So the trunk latch. I want to take out all the bolts that I was using to hold the taillight panel in and drill the holes for the bumper. I want to test fit the bumper. I've already chased all the threads in the holes, so we'll test fit the bumper and see how she's fitting. Make sure that she'll still wrap around the corner here with these gaps, which I think she will. We'll find out. And then start cleaning this all up. Sit there and start welding and wire to fill in the gap here. The funny thing about it is the gap only goes from here to here. It fits perfect down here. Same on the other side, and it fits pretty good up here. It's just in this area here. I think it's the taillight panel. I'm not sure because I know the quarters went in as far. And then, if I have time, I want to knock this down. So that's the plan for this morning. So we'll be. If I get this in, I can finish putting the battery box back in and start wiring it up and getting this ready to fire up. I'll have to go buy another battery. The wife's Optima in her Trailblazer died. So guess whose Optima came out of the 68 Camaro and went into the Trailblazer. I swear, I've brought 3 batteries for this car and it's yet to be on the road with either one of them. So that's all I got for today so far. So as I get more done, and and we want to test fit the taillights right here. So as I get more done, I'll take pictures or I'll turn the camera back on and do videos. But that's all. It's covering up a whole bunch of loose ends. We'll grind down these welds and fill this in. Same on that side, but it's taking care of a lot of loose ends. Tighten this thing up a little bit better. So as always, thanks for watching. When I have more, I'll turn this back on. Later, guys. Hey, fellas. That was a pain doing it by yourself. It's tight here. And if you go look down the gap, it's open here. But if we stand back and look at the whole thing, it looks pretty straight going across. So, I don't know. This is the bumper that I got with the car. And remember, we had an accident here in the back, so I don't know how good these brackets are. Or what. So I'm thinking we might buy new bumper brackets. I'm gonna have this, and might even go ahead and get a new bumper. But then again, if I do that, I don't know if this one fits. I don't know if the new stuff will. And as much as I've been banging and beating new stuff to fit together, I don't know if I want to go that route. I can live with that. I mean, I'm not doing a pristine restoration here. I'm just trying to make this thing look straight and nice. So, we know the bumper fits. Now we'll try the tail lights next. We'll take the bumper back off. We'll try the tail lights next and see how that goes. And then we'll start grinding down some welds. As always, thanks for watching. Later, guys. Okay, fellas, bumper's off. taillights are in, and they fit pretty good. They go in. I had to file down a couple of the holes here and here, and a couple on the bottom, but they seem to fit. These aren't the ones I'm going to use. I think these are the new ones I ordered, and those are the lenses up there. And I'll try those here shortly, but if these old ones that are all beat up fit, I figured the new ones will fit just as well. So next thing to do, pull these back out, put them back up on the shelf, mark where this bolt is, and take the trunk latch back out again, and get ready to start grinding down all these welds. So taking care of loose ends today, boys. Taking care of loose ends. So as always, I have more. I'll turn this back on later. Hey fellas, it's a little after 11 and we're almost at 90. Finish up the welding on the taillight panel. Got that welded and the welds ground down. Let's coat a fiber strand on it, and the same thing over here. Got all the welds ground down there. I couldn't get anything back in there to grind those down, nor under here. You can see them, but I got those all ground down. So next order of business will be to sand these down and then get the seam sealer and seam seal this joint going all the way across, and a few places inside the trunk or the taillight panel, and everything else meet up to the quarter panels, and we'll seam seal that. Then we'll put this, then we'll put the trunk latch mechanism in and get that welded in. And then we pretty much have tied up all the loose ends that I think I got going on here. So, as always, when I get more, I'll turn this on. Later, guys. Hey fellas. Yeah, I got both fans going on. It's been all sanded down. Here, it's going to need another coat of fiber strand. Same here. Got these all ground down, bare metal. Right in here on this side is where I'm going to need probably maybe a 16th inch diameter rod up to about here. Maybe just from here to maybe down to here. I mean, it's just right in here. It's just, on the other hand, this side is big time, all the way up. So, I'm gonna go to Home Depot and get some steel rod, and the welder is out. And again, I'm not going to put the trunk in, and I'm not going to weather strip all this back here until I get all this on the taillight panel all done, because then I'll finish up the weather stripping on the seam sealing on the inside. Scratch the weather stripping, we're talking seam sealing, and get it all done on the inside. And once I'm seam sealed, then we will put the trunk latch in and weld it up, because then I won't go, because I'm going to seam seal this joint here. I don't know if it was from the factory, but it is going to be here. So when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey fellas, another good day in the garage. We got most of the day out here, except waiting for stuff to dry. And we're about 98 in the garage. Okay. Got a coated fiber strand on it. Started trying to be nice and sit there and leave the seam, and I said to hell with it, I can cut the seam out, I know where it is. This side took a 3/32 rod that I bent and welded into place to close the gap up, and this one took a 1/16 of an inch rod to close the gap up. If I were to say, I would say the quarter panels are right, taillight panel's wrong. So tomorrow I'll let this set up overnight, and I'll sand it down. If need be, I'll take a Dremel with a plastic cutting wheel and cut the gap back in it. And that'll be it. I'm pretty much done for the day. I think NASCAR started already. I'd like to catch the race. I think they're in Kentucky this weekend. So it's getting there. Get this back end done, and I'll put the battery in, start putting the electrical back together, get this bear fired up and get it outside in the air and blow it all out with all the dust from the sanding and everything else. Ruben, here, if you want, because I won't be priming for about another month, I'll let you borrow my Eastwood priming gun. It's got a 1.8 tip in it right now. It's been used once. When I did the left side quarter panel, I used this to prime it, and that's all. I'll send it to you. I also got a, let's see, a 1. There's a 1.8 and a 1.4, and it came with a 1.2. So if you want to borrow it and you promise to take care of it, I'll send it off to you. It's got a 1.8 tip in it. Pretty good gun, even though it's made in Taiwan, but works pretty good. But at least it's got the proper tip in it to spray that 2K for you. So just drop me a PM if you want to borrow it, and I'll box her up and send it off to you. Other than that, nothing else going on. I'm going to go in, upload this, take a shower, pop open a cold one, and watch the NASCAR race. So y'all guys have a good day. I'll be back out here tomorrow. We'll be doing sanding, and probably be doing a lot of sanding for the next several weeks to come. Next thing I want to do, probably in this trunk lid area though, is I want to take the lid off and get the Dremel and start cleaning out the track here where the rubber goes. Hanson suggested that I get the rubber to put back in there before I adjust it. I've got enough adjustment in that trunk latch to where I feel confident with the rubber in it that won't even affect it, because I'm almost dead center in the latch with the locking mechanism that I could still move it this way or back that way if need be. So other than that, another good day in the garage. You guys have a good one. We'll pick this up tomorrow. Later.